Hi, it's Sarah from Pursuit, and we're going to go through a glute biased leg press. So, different positions of your feet can bias different parts of your legs. So here we're going to bias our glutes as much as we can, and that means we're going to put our feet in a little bit of a different position, and our knees are going to go in a little bit of a different position as well. So getting ourselves in, coming in nice and easy. Feet are going to be on the plate. Important thing, most important thing, hips locked in. So you want your bottom of your back really firmly against that pad. You don't want any bend or any space here like this, because when we press up, the vertebrae or between your spine can easily kind of come apart, which is not what we want. We want to keep the spine really straight. So keeping your hips pinned in, that's going to keep your core engaged. And then when we go through the exercise, you want to pull down, and my glutes are pressing into that pad as much as possible. So in terms of the glute bias, we're going to bring our feet a little bit higher and a little bit wider, and then the toes are just going to be turned out very slightly. The reason for this is because we want as much hip flexion as we can. So when we bring the hip down from here, that's your glute is stretched out or lengthened, and then when you press it up, it's going to be shortened. So feet a little bit higher, a little bit wider. And the aim here is knees are going to go towards shoulders. So when it was your quad bias, knees were going to go towards your chest. Knees want to go towards your shoulders for this. So to set it off, press up and out. Press them up, out, and then grab hold of the handles, and then we're ready to go. So from here, slowly come down, 1, 2, 3, and I can really feel my glutes lengthening there. Then I'm going to squeeze my glutes, drive my heels up. And then same thing, 1, 2, 3, pause, squeeze my glutes, drive. Now I'm pinning myself down, I'm holding on to that as much as I can. Core is really engaged. 1, 2, 3, pause, drive. So the reason for the pause is because we don't want any momentum. So if we come to here and then we press back up, it's a lot easier. There's not as much pressure on the muscles because you have that momentum bounce. So the reason we pause, A, is to get rid of the momentum, but also B is to, well, it allows me time to think, right, squeeze your glutes, then drive. So it gives me time to actually squeeze them and engage and think about what I'm doing here. Now, it's also important when we drive up to not get that bounce and lose control, because all that's going to happen is the bounce is just going to come into our knees and come onto our hip joints, which is not what we want. We want to keep it all on our muscles. So yes, it wants to be 1 second up because we want to power it out, but it needs to be controlled. So if you still can't quite figure out how to get that 1 second power up but not get the bounce, then just slow it down. Obviously we're doing 3 seconds down anyway, and then if you need to just slow it a little bit on the way up, that's absolutely fine. It's important to make sure you're fully in control. Everything is going through your glutes for the whole exercise. Once you're done, bring them in and then let that rest. And then from there, grab the handle and then spin yourself out. So this is a self-leveling machine. So basically what that means is the weight here is 15 kg, is on this bar here. It doesn't have to be the same on the other side. So you could load that up with like 100 kg if you wanted to, nothing on this side, and it would be fine. It's not like it has to be equal like on a barbell. So that is a glute bias leg press.